It's another sad day in the Republic of Zambia, and the time is 10:08 Zambian time. If you are watching the grassroots media for the first time, I'm Joseph Chimba, the grassroots media president, broadcasting live in the Republic of Zambia. My topic is very simple: an imbalanced nation. So you can tell us exactly where you are watching the grassroots media from. You can tell us exactly where you are watching the grassroots media from. And you can also share our broadcasting. Share our broadcasting wherever you are. You need to invite your relatives. You need to invite your friends, the people you love, to begin to follow our page. And I'm proud to announce to you that we are 164,000 are the people that are following this page, and we have got 26,000. Those are the people that are following Grassroots Media Zambia, and we have 86,000 people are the ones that are following us on TikTok. So you can tell us exactly where you are watching the Grassroots Media from. As we are waiting for the numbers to build up, let's do it like this. As we are waiting for the numbers to build up.
One big sponsor, Ada Zambia tata mwatusha kuminga wantu balila nani wala tusunga ichikonko kumutima chantunga ngeyali plan binga mwali isunga munena pa bantu balila konse wasendo wako tuabusha mose takwabe chalono former president you legacy live on my president ndafya mone chalo chakulila chonse abakupatana bakutemenwe bonse munjebereko basatana bakaunda tekwali basayiba kuno takuli kulanda karatu kama pamukoshi Washimone bingala tosha
It is another sad day in the Republic of Zambia. It's another sad day in the Republic of Zambia, a country of not development but confusions every corner of this country. This is where we are. Chibemba chilanda chiti munshebwa aile nama fikubuko. Efye chibemba chalanda. Ela tulanda. Ela tusoka. Mumala kwati mbitu walipata waka inde echilema. Nangu tuwalipata UPND. Nangu tuwalipata echaro. The reason why we talk is to prevent the few circumstances, unforeseen circumstances. Echila nga tulelanda. But nga tulelanda muna kwa tatua kwa tamano. Nga tulelanda muna kwa tilimbi. Tatua temu echaro. Timbi tulafoku bike echaro pa muliro. No! Mwebela Zambia. Abantu nga balesoka balelanda. Tekulanda tila bapata kateka yo. Nga mwalolesha life ya kwa Edgar Chagwalungu. Abana no bale mutuka. Nabali mu government bale mutuka. Bonse abale tuka Edgar Lungu. Bale endela mu musebo. Edgar Lungu tapali wale mushindika kuma government. Bali mupokele security. Bale mubika bamubikira fyo muntu yawe. Nomba dilale lwafwa. Ele mwala imama baka. Chibemba chilandi okweba ati uwafwa tamona pamulopa wakwe. You cannot appreciate the dead. You cannot appreciate the dead. And you never appreciate the dead. You never appreciate the dead. And the dead will never appreciate you. Kale nambo okulanda. Nakuli mwebe ni mweba netamba. Kale nambo okumisoka. Kwali baba mwabantu abatumpa. Abana abatumpa. Bawiso bakusambirishe skuru. Banoko bakuchulila. Panturi chipuba tawakwata mano. Dila wambo okubombe nchito. Wala baba fyashi bobe. Abale kusunga. Wala baba fyashi bobe. Wala baba fyashi bobe. Aba kuchulile. Wabalaba. Pantule bombe nchito. Nomba diya banoko. Bafwa bachula bafwa. Ela nomba wala senda wala ibaba nobe yoba mayona abafwa wamgushite mbokoshi ya dula you are a fool. When your parents are still alive, imomayo abo batata bekele mu ngandomo kwabula bawishina banina abo abalume benu ngatamwa abakwata uyo mwa okwete mu nganda kwali abale mu China abale mu papa kwali abo ale sundira kunuma ali bonsha amabere yaba ya papa tala pantwale onka kuli na mayo ele mamayo uyo mwa umya myupa tamule fwaya kuti ali afwa abafyashi bakwe aba muchulire nombali labafwa ele mwala sende misowa wamukula kuchilo iwa efu. You need to appreciate your mothers. You need to appreciate your parents when they are still alive. You cannot appreciate your relatives. You cannot appreciate your parents in the grave. You can't. The best time to appreciate a human being is when they are still alive. Edgar Lungu, tamamu still appreciate. Edgar Lungu alishari pange patala. Basipo servant mule bomba. Edgar Lungu alishari panga maskuru. Baticha mule funda. Edgar Lungu alimipele dead swap. Mwale umfwabu ino. You never appreciated Edgar Lungu. Nobody from the government stood with Edgar Lungu. Did you stood with Edgar Lungu? And now you want to appreciate Edgar Lungu. You want to waste taxpayers' money on a dead person. Why should you waste taxpayers' money? Why should you waste our money on a dead body? Elwari umutunturu. Tamwale fwa ukumwafwa. Mwarebu tuka. And today you want to show to the Zambian people that you are good people. You are bad people. This is what I always speak. If you know that Hakainde Hichilema is the president of this Republic of Zambia, don't insult him. Help him. But because he's surrounded by people who are not thinking properly, that's why Hakainde Hichilema is making a lot of mistakes. Because Hakainde Hichilema will be a former president one day. Remember what he did. Elwa Ishile, Alan Dilatu, Alambo Kusende, Milandu, Yamu 20 Kachika in 2016. How many people Hakainde Hichilema's government has taken to jail? And because all of us, Hakainde Hichilema's government want to scare every person. I want to advise Hakainde Hichilema. You can scare them. You will never scare me. You are a president of the Zambian people, including Edgar Lungu. When you are a president of the Republic of Zambia, you have a president who Amaure, you have a president who Amashiru, you have a president who Andoshi. You are a president of the people who are educated and those who are not educated. That's why you are called a president of the Republic of Zambia. What have you achieved? An embarrassment. What is the root cause of this embarrassment? Because your UPND government, you are Hakainde Hichilema, and your government, you never respected Edgar Lungu. This is the embarrassment that we have achieved. This is an embarrassment that we have achieved because you are Hakainde Hichilema and your government, you never respected Edgar Lungu. Ala tulando kweba chwa nale mieba Hakainde, nale mchita device, nale mieba kweba tibamdala, chindike ni Edgar Lungu. I'm a former president, was a bad for. You, the UPND, you never stood with Edgar Lungu. And today, you want to pretend as if you are good people. We are not going to allow that nonsense. We are not going to allow that nonsense, and that nonsense must be stopped in the future. We don't want this nonsense. Because you never respected Edgar Lungu. See what has happened. Edgar Lungu, Afumine Mucharo, South Africa. Not even a one civil servant. Not even you, the government. Not even you, Hakainde Hichilema. Who made up follow-ups. Ukuishwa former president Alikuisa. Areliensh, Mamutekele Kuisa. And today, you want to pretend that you loved this man. You never loved Edgar Lungu. Do whatever you want. This is the same nonsense. We don't want to achieve this nonsense in the future. When you are Hakainde Hichilema, you become the president you become the former president. This demon must be stopped. This is a demon of confusion, demon of embarrassment. Why? You, the UPND, you are embarrassing us because you never respected Edgar Lungu. Ngamwari muchindike. Ngatatusebene. Number, umfweni. Abaku South Africa, Eva Varelanda. Government here to South Africa. Because government here to Zambia, here kwa Hakainde, yari tumabantu, kubabika pandeke. Kula mkola andala family kwa Edgar Lungu. We are wasting taxpayers' money on the dead person you are Hakainde Hichilema. Don't waste our time, Wamfraiwe. Tawala tumabantu, ela Lungu ale ruala. Tawala tumabantu, ela Lungu. Bada mchusha, bada senda magrinder. And you have that capacity to send the people kwa bika pandeke kwa South Africa, wasting our taxpayers' money. Hakainde Hichilema, stop wasting our taxpayers' money on the dead person. You are supposed to waste our taxpayers' money when Edgar Lungu is alive. What are we going to achieve out of a dead person? What are we going to achieve from a dead person? You are Hakainde Hichilema. What are we going to achieve? Whether he can be buried in South Africa, he can be buried in Zimbabwe, they can bury him anywhere. We are not going to lose anything. Because the Bible says, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Gabale fire, they can turn Edgar Lungu into ashes. Gabale fire, they can burn him anywhere. All what we are expecting is the power of resurrection. Resurrection will be everywhere. Whether bamushika ku Zimbabwe, bamushika ku South Africa, bamushika ku Italy, bamushika ku Likonse, the power of resurrection, that it will come everywhere. We need to care for the people when they are still alive. We are not going to allow this nonsense. This is rubbish. Where you are carrying the dead person instead of caring for a person who is living. What an embarrassment. Government ya South Africa yafumya abashirikale ukuba sendeko bekala kuba twala ku airport ala baba twala ku airport kulya bayishikala carpet to send off the remains of Edgar Lungu. But because of your government and the people that are surrounding you, mambo kuchinje mingarato kula mwaufana kulo mambo kuchinje mingarato. What an embarrassment to the government of the country. What an embarrassment to the people of South Africa. Why? The root cause of this nonsense, because you are Kainde Hichilema and your government, you never respected Edgar Lungu. This is what we have achieved, this nonsense. Basenda abashirikale government ya South Africa yasenda abashirikale yaingisha mwendarama just to send off the remains of Edgar Lungu. What did we, the South Africans, what they have achieved is nonsense. They are to roll off the red carpet. They are to roll in a red carpet. Don't you think South African government has invested in the funeral of Edgar Lungu? Why did you send the people to go to South Africa? If you are going to change your mingarato, you are a failed government. Government of liars. You are embarrassing us. You are embarrassing this country. You are making us to be naked to the international because of your failed government. South African government, just to transport the officers from wherever they were coming from to go to the airport. It is direct money. Fuel was spent. Airtime was spent. Allowances were given. Then at the end of the day, what do we achieve? The body is not coming because there's confusion between the family and the government. What nonsense is this? You think South African government, they are not putting in money? You think South African government, who send the Bashirikale, Kumatwala airport, are they not putting in money? And what do you do here in this country? You are embarrassing us. Let's hear.
Made all the arrangements. You can imagine that embarrassment at the airport. You had officials from the South African National Defence Force, and they were trying to accord the late President Edgar Lungu the dignity he deserves from South African side. And South Africa has done a lot since the standoff between the government of Zambia and the family of President Edgar Lungu. And I think much as diplomatically they won't go public and express disappointment and anger and embarrassment, but I don't think behind the scenes it's normal. And I'm out as media. We arrived at 6 o'clock. SABC crew, we arrived 6 o'clock because we believe in being early and being ready. And then we were told at 8 formalities will start. And then later we saw a program saying starting at 10. And then finally, around lunchtime, it didn't happen. And you can imagine the frustration from the Department of International Relations, including the Defense Force, because there were senior officials of the Defense.
So this is what is happening in South Africa. Because in this country, you the Zambian people don't care. Muntu angabwele ami uzadi atunga uzaka 50 kwacha unga wadula, you are supporting that nonsense. Muntu ami uzadi at fuel izaka 12 kwacha fuel yafika 50 kwacha yafika 30 kwacha and above, you are supporting that nonsense. This country cannot develop because you the Zambian people don't care. You are not caring for the South African government, the money and the time they have invested over this funeral of Edgar Lungu, because you, the Zambian people, you don't care. How do you develop a nation with the people who don't care? There's some nonsense happening in this country. You are taking the same nonsense to South Africa. What an embarrassment. Because you, the Zambian people, you don't care. That's why I'm rushing Komunani. Because you don't care. That's why Bala to come a president. The living one and the dead, you don't care. This country cannot develop. Mwalikuwa shamangaro. Mwema Zambia mwalikuwa shamangaro. You want to take the same nonsense of 14 hours to South Africa. You want to take the same nonsense unga 50 kwacha to South Africa. Everything their lies mingarato. That useless narrative must be stopped. Don't embarrass us in other country. What was so difficult that you, the government of the Republic of Zambia and the government of South Africa, you can do what you agreed with the family. Mula to Sevanya. And because we have got the people who are educated, who don't care. The people who are poor, you don't care. This country cannot develop because you, the Zambian people, don't care. If you have two, move to South Africa. Do you care? Do you think we are happy? Do you think we are going to develop a nation like this? Don't take it to other countries. You are embarrassing us. South Africa. Because South African government, you agreed. What did you do? You change a narrative. You want to do things on your own. You are embarrassing us. You are a failed government. Government of liars. Government of useless Mingarato. You have got a useless type of Mingarato. You are destroying us. You are not helping us. You are destroying this country. And we are not going to allow you. Because you are a failed government. You failures. Because who do you want to Tino Kuranda? South African people are complaining of the nonsense that is happening. Without putting in money. South African government, are you paying them? Are you giving them money? You start thinking, be civilized. To develop a nation, you have to be civilized. Don't do politics of ayakuvuta. So, who are Sebana Ninan? Who are Sebana Nikateka? Because of the people that are surrounding him. They are not telling the president the truth. From the beginning, Akainga to Alam device. Sungarungu. So what have you achieved? That in South Africa
yesterday, and I don't think the South African government is happy. I don't think Pretoria is happy because they made all the arrangements. You can imagine that embarrassment at the airport. You had officials from the South African National Defence Force, and they were trying to accord the late President Edgar Lungu the dignity he deserves from South African side. And South Africa has done a lot since the standoff between the government of Zambia and the family of President Edgar Lungu. And I think much as diplomatically they won't go public and express disappointment and anger and embarrassment, but I don't think behind the scenes it's normal. And I mean, that was an embarrassment. As I pointed out, as media, we arrived at 6 o'clock. SABC crew, we arrived 6 o'clock. Because we believe in being early and being ready, and then we were told at 8 formalities will start, and then later we saw a program saying starting at 10, and then finally around lunchtime it didn't happen. And you can imagine the frustration from the Department of International Relations, including the Defence Force, because there were senior officials of the Defence.
So you can understand what I'm talking about. Those are South Africans from the media who are talking like that. Number what are they saying behind the scene? Because here in this country, we are not serious. We tolerate nonsense. That's why we have taken the same nonsense to another country. What an embarrassment. President Hakainde Hichilema, change your team. The people that are advising them, fire them. The people that are advising you, fire them. Change your team. Otherwise, my boss, the embarrassment will continue. What have you achieved as a government? Poverty, lack of seriousness, because you are Hakainde Hichilema ta umfwa. Abantu kabale kweba. Efe balandile chimemba chilando kweba ati. Ichi sosa, chipa mano. Efe babemba balandilo kweba ati, bule umfwa. Munshebwa. Aile nama fikubuko. Munshebwa. Aile nama fikubuko. Nomba, tuwaenda nama fikubuko. Because ala chichita advisor Hakainde. Bayu PND mula tukana. Mwaba sambilila, bacha mwenso. Mwaba sambilila, mwalikuwa to mwenso imwe. Mula tina fe, na uniform ya kwa polisi gale pito wabutuka. Mula tina, to develop a nation, you need the people who are courageous. We need the people who think, who have got the mind of perseverance and determination. You never succeed in a country without perseverance, without determination. The future remains with you, the youths. Control the nonsense that is happening in our country. When you are imbalanced, you want to go to South Africa and you want employment, they will tell you, your government and you people from Zambia, you are confused. You might think it is a simple thing. Next time, the president to be sick, they are not going to allow the president to go to South Africa. They will say, no, we are imbalanced with the former president. Because it's Sungutando Kwebati, once beaten, twice shy. Aga kunyerere takarabwa. You are blocking the future for those people who are going to be presidents. Bakala kananga mwaruara. Kurando Kwebati ya tatu amista admit mchalo chesu. You imbalanced us. We wasted our taxpayers' money. And we are not going to continue wasting taxpayers' money. It is you and your government that are going to close doors for the future, for other presidents, for other former presidents. Control the situation. Hakainde Hichilema. Grassroots media. Twaba Parwendo. We take 3 steps ahead every day. May God bless you wherever you are watching. Be soldiers of this country to defend the democracy and to protect the future for the younger generation. Let's amipa.